This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. Ooh. Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Link Up Podcast with your host, Mr. King. No Kana here today. We got Woods, Rashid, and Kalissa in the building.
What's up?
What's up?
And welcome back to another episode of the Link Up Podcast that I already said.
My fellow Homo sapiens,
like, I literally just tell you about kissing the mic, and then you can start half the episode kissing the mic.
I told you to lower the mic. Look, I can control my lips, dog.
You can't control your lips.
No.
Okay,
just sit back or push your mic forward.
I literally
like
just told man. I don't understand this
that.
guy, you know. I don't.
So how everybody been doing?
Well, I think everybody been, well, I can't speak for everybody. I've been good. I mean, a lot healthier than the last episode and sounding a lot less sick, I think. So, you know, that's a very important thing.
After the last episode, I got sick for like 5 days. Still a little sick, you can hear it in my voice. But
So I passed on the sickness then?
Essentially, yeah.
Drink your antioxidants,
I was sick
people.
before, you know. That's why I wasn't here last episode, you know. So we are a lot better today.
I mean, we got more of the crew here. Last time it was just the three of us, the three compadres.
Hey.
Now we got four.
I want to be part of the compadres.
You gotta be there.
You see, I don't know the details, but I think compadres is like one of those masculine words.
Wow.
I'm not sure. Like,
We gotta find another word.
yeah, but
You want to be a compadre? I mean, like, it's 2019. You're allowed to be whatever you
Exactly,
want
that's
to
what I thought.
be. The four compadres today.
I was just asking about the details. I don't know Spanish like that.
Yeah, usually compadres is like, it's but, yeah.
Are
it's
you
a
all
lot.
about the exclusion today? Wow.
I trying to see how we can include you by using a different word than
What if
compadre.
I
is a more
want to be
inclusionary
just call
word.
a compadre? Like,
I don't know. Well, then welcome to the compadres then. I trying to
do
be.
you go say like compas, compañeros, stuff like that though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let me search what compadres actually mean. Because I just throwing that word
No,
around.
but a lot of words in Spanish, once they have like, if you're referring to a group, and once they have like a male in the group that you're referring to, you have to use the masculine term.
And I was watching a
for the
TV
entire-
show.
So it could be like 5 women and 1 dude, and you still have to refer to them in a masculine form.
And all of that,
Okay.
I was watching
So
a show
that's
where
why-
they basically
of
was giving me
addressing
the...
or referring to a friend or companion. So,
Okay.
Compadre.
For compadres.
Listen, I asked the question because I don't know
You see,
Spanish.
we educating.
I'm ignorant and I'm looking for help with the ignorance. That's all.
help me! I won't say the last part, but you know what I was talking about.
But I'm some sure Gabriel Iglesias, I don't know if y'all familiar,
Yes.
dude
Yes.
with all the fluffy comics
Yeah.
things. He got a show on Netflix, and in that show there's giving the whole breakdown on how all of that type of stuff is basically like, I don't know the word and the word that I'm looking for, but you know it's anti-PC culture and time to move with all the progressiveness in 2019, blah blah blah. He was giving the whole breakdown on the Latinx thing versus
'cause
the
it's not, like,
Latinos because it just lumps
gender
those people.
neutral
Exactly.
Yeah, but a lot of languages have that. I actually watched it was like a mini documentary on like linguistics and stuff, and they noticed that depending on
I mean,
how-
in English is the same thing. When you say guys and stuff like that.
no, but like English don't have it like other languages, because Spanish, like, you have words that's inherently female or male, and you just say la or el. But what that does is it affects how you would describe something. So in some languages where something is defined with a masculine, like with like a masculine undertone or like a feminine undertone, what would happen is you would describe that thing using feminine or masculine words. So like it varies from language to language. So if you ask somebody like Spanish versus like another language where they have like, you know, that separation between female and male words, what has happened is they would describe the same object using different words. So it's like very weird. It's interesting, I find.
This is exactly what made learning different languages so annoying in school. French or Spanish.
Right?
Well, it's part of it.
Be happy you
Right.
didn't grow up in Aruba. then.
Right? Aruba is the fucking worst.
Yeah, but I feel like it's different there. I feel like there you have more of a natural way of learning the language where you might actually feel more of a inclination. There's more incentive to learn the language. I feel like in that environment where you're actually
true.
amongst a lot of people that
That's
speak
true.
it.
No,
But
but
it's a
it
difference
becomes
between
problematic
like
though.
Versus it
learning
just
the
being like,
language
oh.
and speaking it, just
Is
like
that true?
naturally speaking it, is like that's easy. Not easy, but because you're just exposed to it, it's easier to do that. But once you have to do it academically, because in Aruba you're forced to learn Papiamento, Dutch, Spanish, and English.
That's true. But also I feel
Yeah.
like it's a little tense in Aruba because okay, so
We
it
have
might
the same
seem
thing. I'm just not Papiamento.
yeah.
Like we have them all in school. Like
No, but I feel like it's a little different in Aruba because everyone speaks the four languages. So what has happened is when you're having a conversation with somebody, it's very normal for you to speak all four languages, like, you know? So what has happened is, like, you don't really, like, I would say
but that's still,
you don't
I understand the
master
confusion and like the kind
one.
of you're never really focusing on
Yeah.
one. So like when it comes time to okay, just gotta focus on this.
Yeah.
There's still a little trick there, but that's still a lot more of a better foundation than okay, you know nothing about French
Yeah,
or
that's true.
Spanish, and you never use these languages
Right.
at no point other than in this class. Whereas like I don't
That's
want to
true.
be in this class. Let's
I
just put
always-
it plain.
That's
I
true,
always
but
find
I-
it weird that like how many. So from the Dutch side, how many people can actually like dominate speaking French?
Like speak it fluently. I
Yeah.
have no idea, but I wouldn't say it's a whole lot. Because I feel like most people who learn French the way that I learned French is like you get it in school. It's a subject that you do for like 5 years. If you're in Harvard or something like that, you do it for 5 years, and that's
If
about
you
it.
didn't drop it, like me.
Exactly, because I mean, I dropped Spanish because I was slightly less bad at French, so I went with the
It'd be
one
like
that I
that.
was less bad at. I mean,
always
if you got
just-
like a 6 and a 5, go with the one you got 6 for. That was basically my situation. I wasn't good at none of them, but
I always just assume that everybody in St. Martin could just speak like English, Dutch, and French.
nah, we can speak English.
You know how many Semanos I know that like legit can't speak Dutch, and I'd be like,
Kana.
what? Yeah, now the end, Kana. I know a good bit more.
I mean, of course, there's more, but I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
mean like that's a example that the
yeah.
entire group here
Direct.
knows for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
English is just the main. Dutch you learn at school for the most part. And if you live on the Dutch side and you can speak French fluently, you most likely have ties to the French side or visit the French side a lot or live there even sometimes. So
yeah, I mean, there's people who paid more attention in school that probably could do a pretty
Yeah.
decent job in French, but I mean, to say the masses on the Dutch side are fluent in French, no, that's definitely not the case.
It's funny how like on like such a small island, there's still like that much of a
divide.
division. Yeah.
yeah,
You acting like everybody ain't the same. First of all,
Yeah, but everybody can communicate with one another there though.
Yeah, but in St.
everybody
Martin
can-
too. Everybody can speak
Yeah.
English if they want to.
Yeah, but I mean everybody there can speak except for the immigrants that just came in. That's a different story. But everyone who grew up on the island can speak at least Dutch, English, or Spanish. At least one of those.
I mean,
Papiamento is just universal.
but again, it differs from where you live because you could actually hear the difference from people who grew up in St. Nicholas than versus like people
Yeah,
who grew up in the,
but
like, you know, I know where
accents
you from.
and accent and stuff, but like every accent is gonna make someone sound different. But at the end of the day, like people from Wayaka and people from St. Martin, from St. Nicholas, you're going to have that accent. I don't know what a Wayaka accent is. This just doesn't exist. Playa talk. But yeah, because I'm from Wayaka. You got a problem? You got a problem with that?
you live next to Wayaka Falls? Like I just need to know.
Yes,
Man's is bougie, no? You don't know.
we don't.
But he also went to private school, so
All I know is
Private
San
school is in
Nicolas.
Wayaka.
exactly. But so you acting like everybody who live. Well, then again, are you man in Wayaka got money? So
I ain't got money
okay, but you went to ISA
for a bit.
for a bit.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
Exposing the people's background here.
Okay,
Yeah,
anyway.
Sean ain't the only one. Y'all didn't know.
So back on topic.
Kana.
So
We
Yeah.
didn't have a topic yet.
No, he wasn't there yet.
I
No.
just
Okay,
mean
Albinism?
like on
No.
on Aruba, everybody can communicate at least to one another.
So I'm
Everybody,
excited to talk about albinism.
yeah, I don't know, but you have right there. Some people have like people from Santa Cruz have an accent.
I'm not just talking about
Everybody has everybody got accents,
yeah.
like depending on where you go. I mean, in the Netherlands, you go look at the Brabant people, or people from just different areas in the Netherlands and things. They got
but
their
with
own
them it's
accents.
more because of their
Like-
bordering with other countries. So people that live in Maastricht, because they're so close to Belgium, they tend to adopt that.
Yeah, I
way
mean,
of
the
talking.
reason no matter. The point is, people everywhere in
But
different regions. If you ask people, it's like Rotterdamers speak different than Amsterdammers and shit like that. Like, what's the excuse there? People in different areas got accents. Like, that's the only point
But
they're
it's
making.
funny that,
But
that
when
an
I was-
island would have that as well. You get,
Why
yeah,
not?
but when I was talking, I wasn't.
Why not?
I wasn't
There's different groups
referring.
of people that like relate and they're all together regionally in certain places. They're gonna develop. It's the same thing. Like you notice, if you have like a girlfriend or a significant other, whatever, is like. If you have been together enough and this the person that you talking to enough, you start to take on their language, and even with friends and things, if you spend enough time around somebody, you just start automatically incorporating certain words that they use, certain slangs or jokes or whatever, due to familiarity and all of that.
Right.
Yeah, but going back to what I was trying to say, when I was talking about Aruba, I wasn't referring to necessarily the accents. It's just like, okay, if you in St. Nicholas, right? When you go like buy something, like let's say you go buy sacco or something, if you go there, you would like it would be very normal for you to pull up and speak English to the people, and then if you like in town, you would pull up and speak Papiamento, and that's what I feel like is the difference. Like different places in Aruba, you would speak different languages.
But everybody can still speak those languages.
I mean that's facts, but I feel like it's a little.
But that's true. When I in St. Nicholas, I tend to speak more English.
Yeah, you don't pull up, you don't be like, hey, act like you know everybody. You pull up by a Johnny Cake and be like, hey, Mabel, how you doing?
So, Kalisa, want to tell us about albinism?
Yes, kick it off.
Get to the first topic.
I mean, that's the topic we're going with. I mean,
you done put it out there.
I was just like suggesting,
You done put it out
hold
there
up.
pretty much.
It was Tanzania, right? Okay.
You asking us.
I'm pulling it up now. You see, don't nobody pay attention when they said shit.
I'm just
I gotta
saying.
look. Okay, so apparently, Tanzanian albinos being hunted down because apparently witch doctors and whatnot think that they're lucky, or like parts of the body is lucky, so people out here hunting them down for like a sum of like $75,000 basically, and they're chopping these people up. And I watched a video and he was like, my friend got chopped up like a potato, and I was like, that's tense. That's like I was like, yeah.
Jesus
So
Christ.
I mean, this is news. How we feel about it?
How many?
What do you expect? How
I
do you
mean,
expect me to feel about this?
I don't know.
Goddamn.
Maybe somebody got a different perspective. Maybe you had a bad experience with some albinos.
No.
Maybe you know a couple of witch doctors. I don't know about your life, Richie. I don't know. Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right.
I've never met an albino person
You
before.
could be a witch doctor on the low, like on the real, like
This
you
is
was
very
a
true.
whole rapper we didn't know. Your birthday was the other day we didn't know.
This is true.
But
You just do programming we didn't know.
Who is
You
this
see
guy?
where we going?
Who is this guy?
You
on the
see what we
podcast?
Guy
know?
in the camera.
Where we going? Yeah.
Nobody knows who he is.
Nobody
He's just
know
a
who he
mysterious entity.
is.
he could be
You
albino
could
himself.
be a witch doctor.
I think we know. I think we know if he was albino.
They don't know.
But interestingly enough, like in Havel, for what do you call that thing? The final project thing they just do
Pay
for school
ways?
now.
Profile backstick.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Pay way.
Pay way.
Yes, true. We don't do the half-core thing.
Oh,
but
okay.
I was confused at what I was. I thought that was a whole different thing. But anyway,
Sorry.
my profile work stick was on albinism, so I'm already familiar with this type of situation. Like,
Really?
yeah, I did mine for biology, and I just did it on albinism because I don't remember what the reason was that led me to doing it about albinism. But looking into it, around the world, people got all kind of crazy beliefs on how they feel.
Yeah.
Like different cultures got beliefs and all kind of magic type of folklorish stories that they believe associated with albinism, like they're people of the moon and all kind of stuff. Like there's a special connection with albinism and people to the moon. The stuff about their bodies being, or certain organs or body parts having special magical qualities. Like I've heard that from other places, like not just like the Tanzania type of situation. So I can't already aware of it. It's crazy. I mean,
But does this include like any type of albino? Is it just humans, or could it be like animals too? Like if it's a white
Nah,
albino,
Usually
specifically
humans.
humans.
But I mean, I'm sure different people got
Yeah.
their own special associations and explanations what they might come up with for seeing an albino animal just the same though.
What is the percentage of
Albino
albino
people? I
Yeah.
have no idea. I don't-
Worldwide, or you talking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to get like a
Specifically.
consensus of like how many people in Tanzania are actually albinos.
Oh,
Yeah, that I
it had
have
it
no
in the
idea.
article. Yeah, you see,
That's
you
kind
see
of
what
scary.
you see what has happened if you open the link.
Whenever I hear
You
about
see
like,
what happened? You're supposed to have you send it to us. You're supposed to know this information.
Yeah,
just don't
I
read
did
it.
read
You
it,
just
but
don't read
I
it.
don't want to give like the wrong number, right?
Okay.
So I
Just
wanted
the-
to like
the headline. We're
confirm.
assuming that you read it for us, and then we
Yeah.
just go from there.
Lapsing.
whenever I hear about like witch doctors and voodoo and stuff like that, it just creep me out, yo. I had this guy. This guy used to cut my grass back in the day.
So you're
right,
not
when I
a
was
witch
younger.
doctor. You just know them.
Continue story.
Continue,
Rashid.
sorry.
So this guy that cut my grass, right? Some reason he didn't come, and I just remember hearing something about his mom was like killed and chopped up and body parts were used for voodoo and stuff like that in Haiti. Jesus, it's creepy as hell. So every time I hear about like witch doctors and stuff along those lines, just like send chills down my spine.
I used to have a
Not
neighbor.
really.
Yeah, I used to have a neighbor that everybody always used to make
In
rumors.
Wayaka?
Okay. No, not
Sorry.
not my
Let the man tell
neighbor.
his story.
My grandmother's neighbor,
Sorry.
which I just include as my neighbor because my grandmother was technically my house too. That's how I see it. So we used to have a neighbor by my grandmother's house, to be more specific. Nobody was allowed to eat fruit from her because she was known to
First of all,
do voodoo on food and then give it to people. She used to give people food for free. And that was the thing. Every time, I made food specifically for you. Don't eat it. I made food specifically for you. Whenever
Okay, and anything ever happened to anybody?
boy, there's been stories. They mess up some people.
but
In what
Yeah.
way?
Like, I don't want to go into detail because then people going to know who I'm talking about. They kind of already know, but I don't want to make it that obvious. You
But
understand?
why are first of all, you were just out here like your grandmother had to tell you not to take food from strangers? Like
No, like, it's not strangers. It's like
I-
neighbors for years and years and years and years and years.
Okay,
Like,
but
we take food from all the
obviously-
other neighbors except for that one.
okay, that's a little wild.
Okay.
That's a little wild.
It's like especially by my grandmother's house, the way it's situated is like they've been living there for like 20 years, and everybody that lives there is like the
Yeah,
whole family grew up with one another. And
I
like,
understand. My
New
grandmother
Year's Eve and all of that,
neighborhood
all
like
would
that
come
too. Mm-hmm.
to my grandmother's house. My grandmother's house used to be my grandma like Surinamese, like we know, like she knows to cook really good, and she always used to cook for a big group of people because my grandmother and grandfather had 10 kids, so meals there would be crazy. And the neighbors would come with the children would come with their friends, and then the
Yeah.
neighbors would come. So it's just a community type thing which we don't experience anymore in 2019. But back then that was normal. But there was that one person.
Yeah, but you
It's
see,
like in that
I feel
area.
like that's different though. If it's like on an occasion, I understand, but like you like taking food from the neighbors on the regs, like I feel like that's a little odd.
Really?
Like
Why is that so odd?
Like
I
if
don't
they
know,
made
like,
like
my
food for the family and say,
Listen.
yo, you want to have a plate? Like
that's something, but if it's like on a regular way, like oh I make food for you, like that's odd to me. I don't know. Maybe I just grew up different.
To me, depends on the situation.
Like
Yeah.
I mean we was cool with all the neighbors all in my grandmother's street, like all the neighbors been there forever, and basically me and my cousins used to play like hide and seek in everybody's yard, and I mean we used to pick fruit from the tree, but it wasn't like oh we was going we wasn't really like in the house, you check.
Yeah.
Like we was in the yard, not in the house. So
yeah.
at the end of the day, grandma had corned beef at home, so it was all good.
I can understand that. But there was we had this one neighbor with the houses were so close to one another, and I don't know if they planned this or whatever, but there were 2 windows, and they both were in the kitchen, and they both were open up, and we could just communicate with one another. Like the windows were this far apart. So every time they made like arepa or some type of stuff like that, they would be like, because they know like
You're right, sir. Go
This
through.
is-
Collect
this
your
is-
arepa.
this is how close we were, right? Like they knew that I like the cheese in my arepa. I don't like, because some people put it on top, like they put it around and they put it on top. But they made like they would make 3 for me specifically, and they put like a little lime on the side because I love to put like lime on my arepa and I eat it. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know lime was something that went along with arepas, but okay.
Depends on where. I think that's more a Dominican thing. I went to one of my friends and I did it once and hey.
Okay. True that.
So back to this whole
witch doctor. Albinism.
You want add your witch doctor contacts in, like, you know, next episode? What are you saying?
I don't have witch doctor contacts.
Oh, okay, sure.
I don't know any witch doctors.
Sure.
The only reason I
You
don't
just
really
say you knew a witch doctor.
I did not.
Oh, okay.
You knew someone that got assaulted by a witch doctor.
Something in. I don't know.
The only reason I don't look at all those things necessarily as like a whole creepy and spooky thing is because to me it's just a different interpretation on religion. Like that's pretty much how I look at voodoo, and like it's just a different spiritual system.
Yeah.
And to me, there's a lot of people that's scared to even look at anything, learn about anything that has to do with it. So it's like it just I ain't saying I practice voodoo or nothing like that, but I just not afraid of it the same way because I always would ask questions like, okay, if somebody was sent to the cocoa field, where is this cocoa field that they at? I'm just curious. Because that's always the type of thing you hear is like, don't fuck with this Haitian person cutting a send you cocoa field, blah, 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 or whatever other forms of voodoo trickery or, I don't know, magic that people afraid they get cast spells on.
So, King, what is in that closet on top there? Because you always open all the other ones except that one. And now we're talking about voodoo, and I mean...
Go look
Leave
inside.
me alone.
Nah.
May have a whole dead body in there.
I don't
Parts
know
of
what
Rashid
you're
witch
talking about,
doctor.
There's plates and cups in the closet. Like, I don't know what you expect to be in there.
Yo, the whole episode, no.
You gonna have the people thinking I got witch doctor contact.
It's okay. They don't know you anyways. Nobody does.
Very much so.
Shit.
Mysterious man behind the mic.
Tell
Right?
you all he has
Man
the
behind the
vinyl.
camera. Nobody's ever seen him. He's just a voice. Does he even have a body?
Does he?
Is he a
Find
real
out next
person?
time.
Is there a person behind there?
Or you
Who
probably
knows?
won't.
Maybe you just fucking around, you know?
You make a group photo and they'll just put a question mark and type his name, Rashid.
Yeah.
Rashid took the picture.
The
And
man is just
it's all
egg.
hazy and everything.
We gotta take a link up picture and then blur out Rashid. Just having his body there, but just like, yeah.
Or does he even have a body?
He
Might just be a spirit.
Yo,
yeah.
we could legit just put a shirt and a pants and be like
Rashid.
Rashid.
Wow. Okay.
Listeners, look forward to the link up photos when they come out eventually.
Yeah. Alright, so let's go to a different topic because I don't know if anybody got anything else to
talk
really
about
say
them.
about albinism in
Listen.
Tanzania and the amount of people getting
Okay.
hunted.
By the way,
All
you're
I
crazy
go
now.
say, since I bring it up, all I go say is like, I understand and respect different cultures and the religions and the beliefs. I just feel like chopping up people a little tense, you know?
Yeah.
Especially, you know, if they're alive and
More than a
well.
little tense.
Like I ain't saying
Yeah,
all of what I say
that's
about
like-
voodoo to condone that part
No,
of
no, understand.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's something
But
that
other
I feel
than
like
that-
is super duper misunderstood because there's a lot of kind of scary tales around it, and
Yeah.
people just like, especially in the Caribbean, most
Yeah,
people
yeah.
associated with Haitians, and people just know, okay, stay away, and like it's something you don't want them to do because a lot of people are raised very Christianly, and they just there's all these associations with it being like black magic associated with the devil type of thing, so you just know to stay away from it. And I feel like that just leaves you in a very ignorant situation, whereas like you don't actually know nothing about voodoo, but there's all these rumors and stuff about what you hear about, but do you know any truth to it?
True.
No.
There was also like, I don't know if y'all remember, I don't know if y'all had it on Aruba too, but I remember seeing no one newspaper on Simat, like, yeah, these little advertisements for people that could actually do black magic and stuff like that along those lines.
In the
Nah,
newspaper.
Aruba wasn't
Yeah,
set
yeah,
up
all
like
types of
that.
advertisements if you look closely. Like in little squares, a bunch of them packed
Yeah, we
together.
have
Okay,
discussed about those.
I
Usually
feel
help
like
wanted and stuff.
to educate ourselves and the viewers, Rashid should invite his witch doctor on. Like I really feel like we all should, you know, familiarize ourselves a little more,
You know-
educate ourselves,
Next topic?
not make any.
What's the
You
next
know
topic?
what would be hilarious? if we actually dress up Rashid as a witch doctor
Dog,
and put on a voice box?
I hear
What's the
playing,
witch
right?
doctor
Imagine
outfit?
I end up dead tomorrow.
What's a witch doctor outfit?
I was just gonna say the same.
Right?
Right? You keep playing. You keep making it.
I play Rashid really got a doctor behind it. I dead no. Bye, that's rough.
What's a witch doctor outfit?
Yes.
Honestly, just a tuxedo. Just
The
fuck
one
up with
from Princess
everybody's
and the Frog.
expectations.
What's
Y'all seen
tuxedo?
Princess and the Frog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The witch doctor from that. You just look like him.
Cool.
I remember why.
Halloween? Not a costume?
So that would be dope, like a
feel
witch
like
doctor in a
we-
tuxedo, but then he has like the traditional yeah. 'Cause
Alright, so the next topic that we're discussing today on the Link Up podcast, a show that we're supposed to talk about pop culture and news and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the next
Sorry.
topic,
Keep it pushing.
007 is now a black woman.
is it confirmed?
It seemed like it's been announced that she's I don't know who's been cast in the new 007 to reprise the role. It seems like it's pretty much confirmed.
Oh, okay.
It seems so, yeah.
Because
The
like
only
last
thing
time
is-
that was the same thing with Idris Elba as well. Like it was confirmed
Mm-hmm.
and then the backlash came and then it was not confirmed. Like question mark.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that could still happen with this situation. They just released the casting information. I don't think they started any actual filming, and
yet,
I don't
yeah.
even know if they got a script
I
necessarily
think
ready.
this was just testing the waters.
So, yeah. It seems that it's pretty much confirmed that Lashana Lynch, a British black actress, is going to be playing the role of 007. So, how do we feel about this? We were just talking about Ariel being black. So now 007
Like
is being
I
black.
have no
Yeah,
problem
there's
with
a
it.
difference
'Cause
between those two, though. In the sense of, like, Ariel is a character itself, Ariel. But 007 is...
it's just a code name
yeah.
for multiple people spanning years. It is no definition to it.
Listen.
Prior 007 has been a white male, which is why I guess
But there's
people just...
also been the thing that, aside from 007, it's always been consistently James Bond. So it's like, there's that
True.
kind of thing of like, aside from the code name,
Yeah.
Bond, James
James
Bond.
Bond,
So now
correct.
we can have Lynch, Lashana. I know that's not going to be her name.
You know what would be hilarious?
They could be like Jane Bond.
Jane Bond.
Supposedly she played a character named Nomi. Like,
No.
and that's
I
the...
think we'll have to pass.
Yeah, they didn't say. At least this is all information I got from the Breakfast Club, Angela Yee, and the Rumor Report type stuff. So I mean, if my information is wrong, blame the Rumor Report. But
Would be dope if Idris Elba becomes the quote unquote danzo that always helps James Bond.
so now we can have like some hot guy, and that's like okay, it's true. A whole chain twist on the Bond girl type
Yeah.
idea.
That's what you thought.
Or have two girls, I mean 2019.
I saw
whatever
people
floats your boat.
rumoring that they're probably gonna like to go, 100% full diversity. They're gonna make her to keep it kind of more traditional with who you expect and how you expect the James Bond role to be played. They're gonna make her a lesbian or something like that. People speculating. I mean, none of that's confirmed. I mean,
Okay.
but people thinking that they might go that direction just to go full diversity, be like, oh, she's black and she's gay or
Ooh.
queer
I
or
hope-
whatever
I
type of
hope-
thing.
Check
In
all
all
the boxes.
honesty,
Yeah, basically.
in all honesty, I hope that the script is good.
Yeah.
Because what tends to happen when movie production agencies and whatnot does something like this, they do it more for the hype and the shock value of it
Yeah.
rather than focusing just purely on the movie.
Yeah.
The good example was Ghostbusters.
Yep.
When they chose a fully female cast, and then when I look at the movie, it's like, y'all really didn't put that much attention in making this movie. It felt more like, let's do this
For the
because
sake of diversity.
yes.
The movie
So,
was trash. in my
I just
opinion.
hope-
I didn't like it.
I just
I
hope,
didn't see it.
especially because it's a black. Let's be honest, it's a black person
Black
getting
woman.
a black woman, especially getting a role that usually would never be even looked at to be cast for a woman. First of all,
Yeah.
and also a black woman. So it's like two things that usually would never happening at the same time. So I at least hope that the script is good, that who's ever directing this movie knows how to direct properly, that everything just goes on. So then the conversation won't be, see, we cast this then this person and now the movie is bad. Never do that again. For
But-
example,
Okay, a question to the room then. Are we in general optimistic about it, the potential that it could be good? Do you feel like with James Bond being James Bond, the established franchise that we know it is it something that you really feel kind of need this shake up to the franchise, I guess if you want to call it that, by throwing in
no,
a
because the
black
last one,
female James Bond into the whole spy thing. Like, to me, that's always been one of the weird things. Like, when you think on a 007 movie or the Bourne Identity, those type of spy movies, there's usually a scene that involves, okay, he just kind of ducks in, puts on a hat, and he blends up in the crowd. That was jokes he was making with Idris Elba playing James Bond. It's like, you can't just blend in with the crowd type of thing and do that whole secret spy.
But that's why it depends on...
homegirl could try on a wig, but I mean, if she the only black girl in the country, I think...
That a thing.
Yeah.
But it depends on where is this movie set?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it gonna really depend on the script.
Yeah, if they're setting it in, for example, Jamaica or Africa or somewhere where it's not a white dominated place or even just a big city, because like
like MI6.
London
It's the British intelligence agency.
Yeah, but they've been all over the world. They've been in Alaska. They've been in Russia. Like, I mean, no. Like, do one in Africa. Like, why not?
Yeah, I guess
do one in India.
At this moment, we have little to no information on how this movie is going to be.
Yeah. It really depends on, because basically, Black Panther was a black 007.
And that's why I'm just asking, like, how much faith do you think that they could actually, like, while staying true to what James Bond is or 007 then is, like, how can you make it authentic, believable, or enjoyable thing that is still like true to James Bond and 007 type of vibe while putting this new spin on it? I'm like, I don't know how successful they'll be at executing that.
I agree with you. I feel like it wasn't really needed, honestly.
Like it could potentially be good.
Yeah, it could be. That's what I'm saying. But
I'm just curious as to what type of spin, what type of take on it they can do.
Until I see it, you know, like I'm gonna reserve my opinions until I see it, because at this point it's too little to say anything about.
Because look, they could keep the scene, like, it doesn't have to be like legit. Like, it's good that they didn't do something and call her James Bond for some weird reason, because that would be weird. First of all, like, if it's just within the franchise, like they keep the same kind of structure in terms of what you expect, but just flip it a bit and still call it 007, but then somewhere else maybe they're opening a new branch in wherever, and this person was trained by maybe one of the old OG 007s. Like, there's a lot of ways you could take it. Not like, what's this man name that was like all the girls found him super attractive? The previous 007, not the one with blonde hair, but the
Pierce
other guy.
Brosnan.
I don't know his name, but
the one before this guy, I can't remember, was Pierce Brosnan.
Like, for example, if he comes back and he's being more of a Q role and mentoring her while she's becoming 007, like something like that. Like, there's multiple angles you can take it while still keeping certain aspects to it, but it just depends on how they do it. They could do it the smart way, or they could do it the Hollywood way, and I hope they don't do it the Hollywood way, because if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, you know what they did to Dragon Ball Z when they went the Hollywood way.
I think, like, I feel like it have potential, but it also could possibly go very wrong. Like
on this whole thing, I saw that there was some Scarlett Johansson, you know, person who was at the whole thing. They was talking about the Ghost in the Shell thing of this white woman playing Japanese anime characters. Like, I saw that there was a whole controversy recently about some statement she made on this whole topic of being able to, like, basically what she said was something along the lines of, I feel I should be able to play, or actors should be able to play any role. If they want to play a tree, they should be able to play a tree, like that kind of thing. Like,
I understand where she's coming from, but at the same time,
weren't happy. You mean, like, you know, you did Ghost in the Shell, you did some other movie, I forget what it was, but she
notorious for.
She got a couple of them.
But like, I understand what her standpoint from it, and in an ideal world that would be amazing. But
Depends
what happens? It
depends on the character. Depends on, like, historical factors too. I feel like
who it is you're playing.
Yeah. Is who you're playing, and if it's fictional or. You know, like that, I feel like that to me matters more.
Because that's my thing about the James Bond thing. Like, I don't know enough, because according to me, the James Bond, the whole idea of it was based on, like, literature, there's books and stuff, and then eventually they turned them into movies type of thing. I don't know how the character of James Bond was written. To me, if the character of James Bond is supposed to be written as even if it's a fictional character, but if the author set it out that the James Bond is supposed to be a man who is a ladies' man, whose weakness is always the women and thing, which seems to be like the common theme in all James Bond movies, I'm like, to me, I don't necessarily feel that should be turned into a woman.
Yeah,
feel
I
you.
get it.
Understand what
I
you're
get
saying.
doing it
Universe.
if it's like a Spider-Man thing where you have the black Spider-Man. That's because there's
Exactly.
an alternative universe where there is an actual comic book that we just pull in reference from, and there is a black Spider-Man type of thing.
Here's a big
I see no
Spider-Man,
problem with
there's-
that. Yeah, but the only thing is, like, in certain situations where I feel there might be some validity to it is like with the Nina Simone controversy that happened there, where it's like her blackness and who she was, that was an integral part of the character. I feel like in those type of situations, if you have somebody that doesn't fit the profile, that's not a dark-skinned woman that can relate to some of the things that she was writing about and speaking about and just being an activist for, is a disservice to the role if you have someone that don't look like her. In
Yeah.
general, I kind of do agree that yes, our actors should be able to play whatever type of role, but yeah.
Yeah, it depends. For me, it literally depends on how strong the franchise is, right? In terms of Ghost in the Shell, Ghost in the Shell is a very big property with a lot of fans. So it would not matter who was playing the role. It would be because Ghost in the Shell, it's the character, yes, but it's also the setting, Neo Tokyo, like just that world in general. Like a lot of people are interested in it, so it didn't need a Scarlett Johansson or whatever to be playing that role. But on the flip side, if it's a movie that doesn't have that name recognition, like a 007 or a Ghost in the Shell, you could make that argument. Okay, we need an A-lister to pull
Actually,
in the. So, sometimes you could understand why certain decisions were made. It's not always the correct thing to do, but you could at least understand it. But when it comes to 007 or Ghost in the Shell, but Ghost in the Shell and 007 are two very different things, because here they're depending on what the story is, because we don't know what the story is. There is no more books going
007?
on, like, because now it's just going on the wayside. There is no more stories within the original 007 storyline, whereas Ghost in the Shell, they're literally adapting the anime movie into a theoretical movie. So there's certain context that needs to be thought
So
about.
basically,
When
it's just not a one size fits all type of thing. It's not just
Exactly.
like it's good or bad. It just depends on the situation type
Yeah.
of thing. But overall, I guess just as a kind of summary to this question, would you say we're excited for the potential new 007 being Lashana Lynch? Hesitant? Not excited?
I need to see a trailer before I.
I'm intrigued.
I am indifferent.
Okay.
If it was a regular James Bond movie, I'd be the same way.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
I love James Bond movies. And I love my spy movies and stuff like that. But I need to see a trailer. I can't get excited
So
for
just
something.
hesitant, more apprehensive, I guess.
Yeah, but that's with everything.
Wait and see.
I'm the guy that watches every movie that's in the theaters because I got an unlimited card and I just go.
I would be
Yeah,
doing
that-
that.
that's
too. I
probably
would
the way
be
to
doing
approach
that.
it too, because nowadays people be making, blowing up the expectations before something come out, and when it comes out and it don't meet that expectation,
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
so
So apparently, Lion King is not that great.
I'll wait to watch it myself
Really?
and make that
Yes,
decision
apparently.
for myself.
I haven't seen it yet, but
But
that's the consensus.
and like
I
ain't
don't know.
come out like ain't supposed to come out tomorrow.
No, for it's the
Not
the
premieres
people,
and stuff.
the people that
The critics, basically.
the critics,
Oh.
The
yes.
people who got the early access screenings
Exactly.
and stuff like
Exactly.
that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just wait to see that for myself, because I feel like a lot of people just comparing it to the
Yeah, but
cartoon,
you
But you
can't
have to.
compare it.
Yeah.
You
But
have to.
I feel like it's a logical thing to do. And
In
you
this
don't have
case-
to,
in this
but I feel
case-
like it's natural.
But
Yeah.
also, I feel like the idea that you have in your head of like the cartoon, maybe like if you watch Lion King in a really long time, I feel like you might not like remember, like so you. I feel like you have higher
Overhyping it
expectations.
because
Yeah,
of
you
nostalgia and stuff
overhyping
like
it
that.
Exactly. Like I
because
was
of
saying
nostalgia,
earlier.
and then if you go back and look at Lion King, you might be like, well, actually, I feel like this was better in my childhood. You know?
Like I
but
understand
I-
comparing
Shit.
it. I understand comparing it to the original, but it's like, look, I don't feel like anything that would come out now would compare to the original of Lion King.
Exactly.
Whether it be a new animated movie or what they have now, I
But-
don't feel that way.
But that's how I feel too. Like, you know already going in that this is not going to be the movie you watch growing up. Like, you know that it's going to be,
It's supposed to be the same story, though.
I know.
Same story.
But
That's
it's
the
not going to be the same
good.
feel, you understand? It's not going to be that same feeling as nostalgia. And I feel like that's what a lot of people think was going to happen.
To me, it's
why I wanna see it for myself.
also too like a big factor that I feel that misses just from the live animation or the CGI animation, whatever you want to call it, the way that they're doing it now.
The expressions.
I feel like, it's the same thing we had with the anime conversation. The comedy, the humor, certain moments, you can't convey the same thing with those things that look a lot close to like real, actual lion type of things versus just these little drawings that we have.
Although I have to say the Jungle Book one was really good.
I agree.
Good.
But would
Yeah.
you
I
you say it's like a
enjoyed
different
it.
tone that they have to take a different tone to the movie in general?
A little
because
bit,
it's like,
yeah.
A
For
little,
sure, for
a little
sure.
bit, but
You
it
could
still
keep the
felt
storyline,
like it still
yeah.
felt like Jungle Book.
It's kind of like
Whereas the
the
trailers
Fresh
that I
Prince
saw-
thing. It's kind of like the Fresh Prince thing that they had announced how they was doing a new take on that, or at least there was a trailer that came out of the new Fresh Prince thing. I feel like that's what you have to do more or less if you're doing the live action, because you can't. Like,
You can't
the
come
kind
out
of
and
humor
be-
and stuff that you
No.
had, you need to be like, okay, let me do Riverdale or the Sabrina thing. Let's take a more serious take on it, or even like the Batman with the Batman stuff, the Dark Knight.
Let's not talk about
The Dark
okay,
Knight
yes, okay,
trilogy.
that one. Okay, yes. Let's not talk about the other.
Like, the Good Tree.
Yeah,
I mean, those
yeah,
was amazing movies because they took a realistic take on it, and
Yeah.
it was you had to make a different movie. You couldn't just give us the same movie, but okay, we animated different. You had to
Right.
find a different spin.
But at the same time, like Aladdin kind of did that though.
I didn't watch that, so I don't know how well they.
I did
executed.
watch
And a lot
yeah.
and a lot of people did not like that.
Actually, I watched Aladdin, right? And my expectations were not very high. I just watched it because, you know, it was Aladdin. I wanted to see what was going on. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I thought it was pretty good. Like, I'm not going to lie. And I thought it was very funny. Like, more so than the original. Like, they had, like, moments in between. Like, I was cackling in the theater, like, a couple of times. Like, to be honest. Like,
What do you think about the villain?
Jafar.
Yes.
wait, sorry. I got Jafar. Yeah, that's the one thing though. Jafar did not look like I thought Jafar would have looked.
Did he look menacing at all to you?
No, not really. But you see the cartoon version of Jafar was like, man's had these wicked eyebrows, right? And like, I mean, you know who they needed to get to play Jafar? I feel like Jason Momoa. Yeah, he would have been a good Jafar, right?
I
don't know.
I haven't seen.
You don't know who Jason Momoa is?
I know who Jason Momoa is,
Okay,
but I was
because I feel like his
Jafar.
eyebrows in Game of Thrones was like
because I feel like
Jafar-esque.
one concern people seem to have with Aladdin was definitely Jafar, him being a villain and him being able to really portray that character as like the cartoons did. And I don't know, did he to you guys? Because y'all saw it. No.
Nope.
Okay.
Not really.
His
I feel
voice, like his tone, the way he would
okay.
say certain things,
And-
it didn't sound like this man
No,
had the
but
cojones to say what
I'm
he was
gonna be
saying.
honest.
you
They take a different take on Jafar. I feel like because I feel like in the cartoon version, Jafar had like a presence about him, and I feel like in this new one, he was more like manipulative, like sneaky, behind the back type shit.
Conniving.
He wasn't meant to be like, you know. He wasn't
Intimidating.
meant to come across as a villain. They set up the character in such a way that he would be believable and conniving, you know?
Okay.
So he would be able to trick these people.
Okay.
And that's how they kind of set it up in this movie. But overall, I feel like, you know,
It wasn't a
it was
bad
decent.
movie,
It
but
wasn't bad.
that's
Some
one of the
of the-
cases where I would say the
Some of the hair pieces in that movie was a little questionable. I ain't gonna lie. Aladdin had on a wicked wig there too. I was like, okay, nobody can tell me that was his hair. Will Smith had on this ponytail that was just glued to this man's scalp, and I was like, all right. I mean,
But it was still
go through.
okay.
I mean, listen, I wasn't there to watch his hair, so
when
at the end of the
when
day,
it comes to Aladdin, I would say I would prefer watching the cartoon over the movie if I have to rewatch it again. With Jungle Book, on the other hand,
Yeah,
Don't know. I would watch both because both of them good.
I would prefer the new one
The
with
movie
Jungle
was
Book.
done really well.
And Lion King, we're gonna find out tomorrow when I watch it in the pate, and I'll let y'all know next week what I think about
let
it.
we go together. Plan. Boom. Podcast, and then next week we review. Hey, you see, we're expanding, doing different things now.
We'll see about that.
Hashtag Rotten Tomatoes cool. Okay.
I just could see that being a bad idea, seeing as the wifey's not in the country and Beyonce is in the movie. So
okay.
going to watch that would not with her. I don't see it as a bad idea. So
Well, that's rough.
Okay.
Anyways,
Well,
Rashid
plan.
Woods,
Yeah, I mean,
we going?
we'll
Sorry, we
I
going.
mean, y'all could be big.
we could take a picture and look.
Not
Like you read the
Be
taste.
like
Eventually
hashtag
we'll-
podcast and then block out Rashid because
Eventually, I'll see the movie with the wifey or something like that, probably. But I don't
blur
know.
man's out.
So
So how did we go? Because this was
What
a
were we
long
even talking
tangent.
about?
yeah, but I think we pretty much wrapped up talking about 007. That
Yeah.
we was wrapping it up anyway. But just basically about the cultural appropriation. Do we feel it is or not in certain situations? But Area 51. So are we storming Area 51 on the September 20th or whatever the date was
Yeah,
that
I think it was
decided?
September 28th.
I look
Listen.
right. I feel honestly that I wouldn't be surprised if it was someone from another country. Because look, this is quite random,
We're
right?
starting the challenge.
And just
to cause
to
chaos.
cause
The
chaos.
Russians, the Russians again. The
I wouldn't
Russians
be
causing chaos in the US
surprised.
again.
I would not be surprised, and that would be
Slaughter,
amazing.
so the US could slaughter a whole bunch of their own citizens.
Yeah,
Okay.
Strategic.
Okay.
Listen,
No, that's an interesting take on it.
I am not joining up with storming Area 51, but I want them to storm Area 51 because I,
I
want
want
to
these
know
memes.
was there.
But I saw some
I
people
want to
saying
I want all this mess.
I saw for next post like the Dutch take on it, cause the Dutch deciding, okay, we can do something similar on that day, and we storming duo. Like, I don't know what they hope to accomplish, but I mean, I ain't discouraging them. I mean, if the plan is get hack into the mainframe and wipe out the student debt, I mean, I can't discourage that kind of behavior. Can I really discourage that kind of behavior?
yeah, I feel you.
Or they just felt the need to storm something too.
That basically
What
what it
you
was.
storming the
Because no way
Netherlands?
ain't
Like,
got no
what?
aliens as far as we know.
Bye.
Why maybe the Netherlands just take with the shit. They're wrapping it up better
Listen,
than the US. I
The
feel like
Bilderberg organization had its first meeting in the Netherlands. You don't know what secrets these people got.
yeah, man, they're just better at it.
Basically,
Maybe they got Area 66 somewhere in Maastricht. Nobody knows about
Right?
it. Who goes to Maastricht first of all? See,
Right?
exactly.
Exactly.
Not wrong.
International Criminal Court is in the Netherlands. Like they known up there on certain things. They probably got some secrets too.
Hella secret.
You're probably not wrong.
got some aliens eating cheese, belege kaas, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I saw
Yeah.
something about the Air Force being ready. Because they know people
People
want to
gonna
wait till they
die.
prep.
People gonna die.
People are going to die.
They
I don't know what
essentially
y'all think the Area
they
51 is.
essentially
Like, I don't know why y'all think the government. You think they're making jokes? You think they care about memes?
Nah,
People
they
gonna
essentially
die.
say run up and get done up. You
Yeah,
understand?
that's what happened.
Yo,
That's what
you read the
happened.
description? In the description, they say, yo, if we run like Naruto, the bullets ain't gonna touch us.
Oh, okay, so you gotta make sure your arms behind your back. Look at it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like,
Are you in
Yeah.
the picture you sent in the group chat?
you Dragon Ball Z.
Yo.
You Dragon Ball Z thing.
Yeah.
Yo, it's a ridiculous situation. I don't know what people are hoping to. I really don't know what people are hoping
Listen,
to accomplish.
Like, this is
The-
the reason I love the internet.
Yeah.
the
The
internet is amazing.
best meme I see was it say my mom said she either dropping me to Area 51 or picking me up, not both. I was like, wow. Facts accurate.
Yeah, you probably not even mean to pick up. So you can get.
Yeah.
I mean, people can die.
Yeah.
Just in case didn't make it clear. This is not a good idea.
Stare into the
Don't do
camera and
it.
let them know. Stare
Don't
into
do
it.
it.
I don't advise this behavior. It's not safe. Don't try it at home. Don't try it nowhere. Like,
You know-
don't try
you
it at
know what-
Area
you know
51
what-
for sure not.
Yeah.
You know what
Stick to
I
the
would
bottle
do?
cap
I would
challenges.
go
Yeah,
to
do
the
shit like
to
that.
the nearest city and just open up a stand and just sell stuff. Sell shirts. It's
Bottles of
real.
water.
The aliens want to be free. Stuff like that, and just sell it.
But really,
And go home.
I know I don't really want people to do this because I don't want to see a weird massacre on that day. But at the same time, I feel
My
like
curiosity.
I agree with you, Rashid. I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know too.
I would like go ahead, go forth and conquer and try and bring back the information. Like people had all kind. I remember seeing people talking about Trump is who gonna let us know about all the aliens and thing. They don't feel like he could keep a secret type of thing, but we ain't find out none yet. So it's like I guess they got a story.
But I feel
Area 51.
like they ain't letting Trump know.
I was just
No,
about to say to keep it from him.
if he requests it, he gonna get it. But the thing is, once he gets it, he go. I can already see him in a speech.
Man's gonna be like, he gonna drop a couple bombs by accident.
We have huge planes in Area 51. And we also have aliens. And you see, you just see one of the.
Yo, man's gonna get shot. The man's gonna get shot.
They're gonna blame it on some black guy.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
They're gonna take out their own president. They're gonna be like, nah. That's it. You can't be spreading these secrets.
No, but this man legit. I know. I don't want to go on a Trump tangent. We're talking about happy stuff. People probably getting shot in Area 51.
That's the happy stuff. Alrighty then.
Listen,
Because
I
look,
just
like,
want to know.
You
That's
got a different interpretation.
No, that's like someone telling you if you jump in this lava, you gonna die.
Yeah,
And they still jump. At that point,
But here's the
you
thing.
choose your own destiny.
If
Like,
enough of them go, you know, like some, maybe most of them gonna die. But hey, we gonna get the info.
No, trust me, everybody gonna die.
I mean,
They gonna
so
bomb
I
these
feel
people,
like
they
a
gonna
couple
sleep.
of them might, you know. Yeah, I mean,
Air
they
Force
might
One
lose a
will
couple
drop
limbs, but they
bombs.
might survive and be right there to tell us what's what.
They might have some savvy infiltrators.
It's gonna be
you
a
know.
force field. An electrical force field that as soon as you touch it, you vaporize and die. This is Area 51 we're talking about, okay?
You're right.
Like
You're
from
right.
time motion sensors activate and sense people in the area, some kind of hidden invisible force field that just like vaporizes people going to a
It
field.
might
One
have vets that
time-
know about all
one-
of that.
one time,
Dig a tunnel or
A
something.
guy accidentally
Okay.
like stumbled in the area. They kill him.
That's
it?
what's supposed to happen.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's what's supposed to happen. That's what
Yes.
if that doesn't happen, I
It was
feel
a
like Area
mistake.
51 slipping.
He
I
made
just-
a mistake, accidentally was there and got
I just want to know,
killed.
like, who was just chilling at home and was like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck Area 51. We storming this bitch.
Homie was definitely
I
smoking.
think Joe
It's-
Rogan is to blame. Like me personally, I think Joe Rogan is to blame.
Shout out to Joe
Pretty recently, he had one of the most like famous Area 51. Like one of the reasons that a lot of people believe in the Area 51 conspiracy that aliens over there and whatnot. This dude named Bob Lazar, who actually visited the spot, he recently had him on the podcast and he was telling his story and stuff again recently. I mean, he's told it before, how like he had some secret information that people didn't know, like about this particular material called unobtainium, I think it was. And he had mentioned this like in the 70s or some shit, and nobody knew that this element even existed. And then like years later, it was confirmed by science that yes, there's this element called unobtainium, and people was like, how did you know this information? The only way you could know if he was working on some secret operation type of shit that he basically claims he did. And I personally feel like that played a big role. Like Joe Rogan has a
How
huge
is he
audience.
still alive?
Right?
If that's like legit true, like
Go watch the episode. I mean, homie talk about a lot of interesting shit.
No, I mean-
About Area, because the whole deal was basically he used to work there and he was doing some stuff, and like at a certain point he found out that there was the people was watching him in different ways and different, like he stopped working there. He got some information. Like it's a long stuff to explain. I mean, it's a Joe Rogan podcast episode, so that was like 2-3 hours or
2-3
something.
hours, sometimes 4 when you're lucky.
And he probably still alive because, like, who won't believe what you have to say?
That was the thing. They basically did a whole lot of discrediting like his whole background and history. At a certain point, they like almost eliminated him. Like this was not a real person at a certain point, type of thing. Yeah. So, but he's still alive now. It's one of those things where Joe Rogan himself is still kind of skeptical to be like, is this guy's story 100% legit? But it's like, how else would he know about this rare element that nobody else knew about, type of shit? And a couple of other things he was right about that he was saying that later turned out to be true or confirmed to be real and stuff like that. So I feel like that just is a big role for this whole, I feel like that plays a big role in all of this Area 51 nonsense.
So the mass is tired of the secrets now.
Yeah, we want to know
They
the
want
truth.
to rise up, take a stand, and storm Area 51.
You're gonna die.
That's wild. That's really wild.
Okay, just glad people know in case you wasn't sure.
In case you was thinking about doing it, we don't advise it.
So, I mean, before we wrap up today and just get to like one more topic, I want to get y'all opinions on this Albert Heijn and the robot car thing. And just in general, like how y'all feel about the concept of getting groceries delivered to you and stuff.
I mean, it's already happening now. If they go do it with a robot car, it's gonna be a robot delivering.
Let me tell you something. I don't use Picnic, by the way. If you want €5 off, my coupon code is Kalissa. Wait, Kalis. CALISS 23.
Picnic does give a coupon code?
Yeah, €5 off. Me and you help a bitch out. Thank you.
Okay.
So they hit you up on Instagram since you make one.
You don't need to send on Woods.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, I got an inside source. We good.
Are you drop that coupon code on this episode, please? Are you drop it? Like that serious? Anyways, watch me running promo for Picnic. I tried. Well, first of all, it'll take like forever for you to actually get Picnic. Like they just give you like a number, you have to wait. But like in the meantime, you're waiting, you just get like free stuff. So like gifts. So when you actually order, like you just get a bunch of like free stuff that been building up for like months or whatever. So I tried it for the first time. I order like I put in my thing Sunday. And my groceries come Monday. So, like, if you order before 10 p.m., they're there the next day. And you can actually pick what day you want them to come. But, next day is more convenient. It was pretty popping to bring it to your door. Shit is, pretty
so
cheap.
basically, you like online grocery shopping?
I mean, I just do online clothing shopping. And honestly, it's more convenient for me because I like to buy food for, like, more than a week. And when I go to the grocery store, I'd be like, y'all see, I ain't no size. Like, I'd struggle with my groceries. Like, even with the, like, pull thing, I'd struggle getting it on and off the bus and whatnot. And then, like, it's just a lot. So I prefer to do it, like, online. It was very convenient. Especially if, you don't always be having a time, and then, like, if you like me and you balling on a budget, you legit have to scan the store for, like, the lowest item, price-wise. And so I just spend a lot of time in the grocery store. So I rather just, do it on my phone. You could compare prices real quick. Yumbo have an app, too. You could get it delivered, by the way, depending on where you live. They don't live in Demon, unfortunately, so...
Okay.
But
So has anybody else used online grocery shopping before? I know Albert Heijn have the service as well. And
but
like
they don't deliver everywhere. That's another problem.
Yeah, I see them all the time, but I never use them. And you always need like a minimum before you can actually get stuff delivered from them.
Yeah, and
The minimum probably like 30 something or 40. Because
Picnic
like
is 50 if I'm
Jumbo,
not mistaken.
really? Jumbo have like the minimum is 35 and Picnic is 25.
Okay.
So get Picnic, use my code.
Yeah, I find
Okay,
that
then.
retarded though. Like that whole waiting list shit.
The thing is, I had downloaded it and then I completely forget about it. So then cause like,
I am like number 400 and somebody right now. Yeah.
oh, you
I
have it
started out
too?
at like 600.
400 and somebody.
Yeah.
What's the number? The somebody number.
I don't know.
You're waiting in line and then one day they're just gonna send you an email like, oh, you got, I don't know.
Like one day I opened it. Like when I first opened the download app, I was at like 600 something. Then after a while, I realized like when I check it again, it was like at 400 something.
Yeah, mine was like that for a while too.
Wait,
But
so-
then I had just deleted the app, but I still had it in. So they just send me an email when my shit was done. So I was like, oh, true. And then also, but because the waiting list is so long, they send you like a bunch of free shit.
We're still waiting on the free shit though.
So this waiting list is to
Oh no, that's
Be able to use the app and actually
Yeah.
order something. Because,
Order.
like,
for one time or just
no for after that you could just continue ordering.
okay.
But it's just to get like become a customer.
Okay.
You have to
Yeah.
wait a while because
I
they
understand them. They expanding.
new, they expanding. But the free shit you just get it on your first order.
True.
Cause I get hella free shit.
I
get
heard
chips,
the same thing.
Oreos.
I heard the same thing from
I get
somebody else
a
already
6-pack, Heineken, cherry tomato, like a bunch of shit. I was like, all right, true. My 6-pack of Heineken still out. So
Well, this article basically saying that in Eindhoven, vanaf vandaag de eerste bezorgrobot van Albert Heijn rijdt rond. So this is something like, it looks like this little cool little blue futuristic looking thing that's going to be used to divide things, and it seemed like it's an autonomous car. But
so nobody gonna be in it?
No, so you still gotta come downstairs, go to it, and like take the stuff out. But it just comes there automatically to your house type of thing.
But I feel like that's a little problematic because, you know, like half of the time these delivery services, they don't be on time. So
that's why it's just in Eindhoven, because they're trying it out before they open it up to like the world and really see how it runs. But I'm sure they're gonna have a couple things like went to the wrong address or something like that in the early days, or some shit like this going to go wrong.
But also, what, like, once it reached by you, right? Like, what it does do?
I guess I assume you get a notification on the app. Like, I didn't read the whole story, but I assume it's connected to the app type of thing, so I guess you probably get a notification on your app.
Yeah.
It's similar to maybe like a Uber type of thing. Yeah. Your Uber is here or the car is here, go to it, and you get your stuff out. So it's like delivery just without the person of having a human there. So, you know, Albert Heijn been trying to cut down on actually paying people. You know, we got all these kiosks and automated places, so we don't need cashiers no more. So this is the like logical next step. I think Amazon was doing drone deliveries and shit like that as well. So why do I need to pay a person if I can just use a drone to deliver some shit?
I ain't gonna lie, that added luxury of having somebody deliver it right to your door is nice though. I ain't gonna even front. It's nice.
Yeah, you have to wait until they finish making robots for
that too, and just have robots deliver it.
Yeah.
What is it, Rashid?
I say you have to wait until they finish making robots for that, and the robots can deliver it for you.
That's true.
Kalissa, I got your groceries.
That's what a robot sound like. Siri don't sound like that. I think they could do better robot voices than that. Siri, Alexa, and them people sound like that.
I like when my robot voices sounded like robots. How about that?
So you don't like the sexy sounding seductive voice?
Right?
No.
Okay.
First of all, I feel like if it would be a robot, it will for sure be like a female voice. Like for sure.
Nobody want a man talking to them.
Or you can even personalize it to have a man or a female or agnostic. I don't know.
What?
Agnostic doesn't refer to gender to me, but okay then.
I said it and then I was like, let's stick with it.
Well, I guess maybe they might have features so you could download, you know, like TomTom and stuff. You could get different people
Homer
to
Simpson, the delivery guy.
Get Snoop or somebody with a cool voice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this develops in Eindhoven. You say it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, because autonomous cars, we still don't see them like fully autonomous cars anywhere. You know.
I mean,
there's a lot of issues with it
by itself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of issues with it.
Yeah, that's why.
There's a lot of issues with human driving cars.
Anybody who's thinking about, you know, doing online grocery shopping, I recommend it. It's booming.
You plug in heavy today.
Yeah,
plug in heavy.
They gotta hire you.
Drop my code. I dead serious. Are you best drop my code? Like, go send it to you. €5 off for you and me. Like, excuse.
All right. So I think the consensus. We ain't got no consensus here.
I'm not gonna be able to order food yet, especially with me being vegan and all that. What I need to
Why
go.
not?
I need to go and I go to the markt and I like to buy my vegetables and stuff there because it's a whole different type of vegetables you get over there compared to when you go to Albert Heijn and all that stuff.
Yeah, because you're shopping at Albert Heijn.
No, but I mean jumbo Albert Heijn, like those,
yeah, but
like when you go to the markt, like in the city with like just a bunch of like the amount of vegetables and the vegetables that you get there, you don't see them in the stores here.
I get what you're saying, but I mean, Picnic has a pretty large variety.
Yeah.
Vegetables and stuff.
You trying to like both of y'all like how
I'm
much
just
did they pay
saying,
y'all?
Look. If
I've
I
seen
could
the
get
vegetables
€5,
pretty often. Like I know what the vegetables look like.
If I could get €5 off my next purchase, you best believe I train. Or you use my code. You getting €5 off. I getting €5 off. CALISS 23. Okay.
Good as sellout boy.
But
hey.
Maybe we get maybe the people who sponsor the podcast.
Listen.
Maybe they do.
Come true.
Every episode we're
Rashid too
plugging picnic
bougie
and
for us.
something,
Sorry,
paying-
Rashid.
getting a
Not
little
all
check.
of us could afford Albert Heijn, dog.
Oh my gosh.
Like I can't do it. You know that's
Not
why I
white
be
bougie.
What is going on here, Rashid?
Rashid. Look,
What going on?
I don't know.
with
This
people
whole
like
episode,
this?
it seemed like there was Kalissa and Rashid beef going on. I don't know. I don't know. All these shots being firing the whole episode.
Just want y'all to know I have done nothing. I have done nothing at all.
But alright, people. I think we're gonna, leave y'all. I think it's getting about that time. We are over in now. Usually the time that
Yeah.
we're trying to stay around. So if anybody got any plugs other than Kalissa, plug
no,
and picnic.
I actually
other-
have another plug. On the 24th of August, I think I'm supposed to be running promo for this party. It's in Panama Club. If are you not going Notting Hill Carnival, come true. Ticket prices will be up soon, so go on Facebook page, follow. It's going to be a crazy party. It's gonna be a
It
lot
have
of
a
fun.
name? Is there a name for this party?
I love Latin something something something. Wait, hold up.
Okay.
There's a lot of something.
Not
in
long
that
name.
Sorry, I'm not entirely sure because the theme and like the name a little it get confusing. Okay,
Okay.
I don't know how else to tell you that. But I had put some stuff up on my Facebook before. I'm looking for it. Bear with me,
Beer.
Any other plugs in the
I want to see
meantime?
someone put a beer.
I love Latin.
Oh, okay.
That's what the party is called. It's in Panama Club on the 24th of August.
Okay, so
Come
for all the
true.
people that want to see Kalissa and stuff, they gotta
Yeah.
go that night.
It's gonna be a lot of girls in like costumes, body paint. We gonna be dancing. Things gonna be wild. Come true, have fun. Check it out on Facebook.
I'm so confused right now, but okay then.
Girls in body paint. What's there to be confused about?
Apparently nothing.
I don't understand. Would you see the whole photo shoot?
Oh, so what you got secret?
Did I
like,
see the whole
No.
photo shoot?
It was you. Oh wait, no, you don't have me on Snapchat, do you?
No, I have you on Instagram.
Oh, you trifling.
Welcome
Why you
to
don't have me
Instagram,
on
by the way.
Snapchat? Thank you,
welcome,
guys.
welcome to the world of
I
IG.
finally joined. Also,
So
I
got-
don't know.
yeah,
I
gotta-
don't know what the fuck going on Instagram. Like, I
gotta
don't get
add
a
your name
hype.
to the list of IGs that people gotta follow now.
It's like
Yeah.
Snapchat,
Since
but
you
then
got
with personal
IG.
pictures.
I
Because you have
mean,
the story, and that's like Snapchat, and they have pictures.
you see, the thing is, I swear y'all think I be on Snapchat actually like looking at people's stories, and that's not what I do on Snapchat.
Nah, I don't know.
I'd be like on the wild news articles, and that's how it has end up with people and the cannibalism and the albinism and all of that. And that's why they send y'all wild stories because Snapchat. I don't actually be watching people's stories. Like, I don't know why I just be doing on Snapchat, to be honest with you. But
Alright.
Okay then.
So what's your plugs?
Okay, so there's a bunch of parties, like a legit
So
ass ton of parties. This Thursday, so that's the 18th of July,
okay.
we have Summer Breeze. I play in there, Summer Breeze again. For those of y'all that don't know,
hopefully this is up before then.
hopefully that's on Thursday. So
What's today?
I mean, should be okay, I guess. I don't know,
I think
depending
so.
on the time.
I think so.
We'll
find out.
So there's Summer Breeze, and then we have Alibi that's in Club Up. Everybody needs an alibi, so come by Alibi. I'm playing there.
And when is that?
That's also on the 18th.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna be a busy day for me.
It gonna be like 12 hours straight to party, and that's usually where we set up.
Friday, that's the 19th. I currently do not remember what I have to do, but I know I have to do something, so follow me on the IGs for that. 20th, I playing in Club Panama. And but that's for El Barrio. I'm forgetting one thing. Oh yeah, and come down to support Gilda and Amati for Vinsige Duintjes. We're going to be there. So
Yo.
for all the people, all the St. Martiners are going to Vinsige Duintjes. They managed to get a card because it's so loud. We're gonna
Yep.
see y'all there. Me and the boys, them almost friends crew, are gonna be wilding out. So
Okay.
That's about it. I'm gonna be singing all the Monty and Gilda songs like a fanboy.
They're gonna probably be the only songs you know. They're gonna probably be the only songs you know to sing to.
I mean,
anybody else performing?
Sorry?
Anybody else performing, or is just
No, I only know the boys that I know.
no? Okay.
There's obviously more people are going to that to perform that I know, but
I feel it.
like I ain't look it up like that.
All right, and that's it for the plugs.
Pretty much.
Okay then. Well, the only thing that I got to plug is the usual plug of make sure you know to support all the Tree Conscious Cats as well as Mr. King music that is out on whatever streaming service you use, cause it's on all of them, as well as just an update. Basically, I was doing some mixing and stuff like that again. I'm getting ready to put out some new songs, cause yeah, it's been a while. So I got like 2 that come in, one by the name of Pogo Stick and another one called From a Place. So y'all know the name, so be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for those. As you'd see in the upcoming days, you know, artwork and stuff will be done before it. Now that still kind of finalized before I put them out, but the song's more or less done. So they're gonna be coming soon. So be on the lookout for that basically.
The fire.
Yeah, Woods basically telling y'all the fire, you know, so I guess that's a good cosign.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I made some changes since I let you hear it, you know, slowed it down, the particular pattern thing, you know.
Okay.
You know, the people who know, y'all will know when you hear it. But anyway, with all of that being said, people, we'll see y'all the next time we link up. I think it was a good episode, so yeah, later people.
Peace.
Later.